Hey, let's go on a hike. Let's go to the mountaintops. Let's go see the mountains show off. Let's go see where angels learn to fly. Let's go on.
Good morning, Fancy Pants and Curious George coming at you, day 28. Brandon from Elevated Grounds just dropped me off at the Burns Trailhead, and I will continue my journey on the Pinhoti Trail. Gentleman is also heading out today. He's a little bit further ahead than I am, so I will likely not see him again on this hike, but have enjoyed hanging out with a fellow hiker. So anyhow, I'm going to turn the camera around. And there is the rock where I was waiting for Brandon when he first picked me up. And right behind that is the Pinhoti Trail. This actually connects up with the Pinhoti Trail in just a little bit. So there's a little bit of a jag between where I finished or came out from Chocoloco Shelter and onto the road, which is Rabbit Town Road, I guess. And I came down to the trailhead. So I'm connecting up via a slightly different pathway, but it's okay, it'll all work. I think that's it for now. Fancy Pants and Curious George. Check in later. Just wanted to hop on real quick, even though I just started, and mention that I think this is the first morning in a couple weeks that I have not been able to see my breath, meaning that the temperatures are supposed to finally start warming up. Thank goodness. That should help getting up and out in the morning. If it's not as cold, it won't be as difficult to extract myself from the sleeping bag. Anyway, just wanted to mention that I am going to have a pretty good climb up Dugger Mountain coming up, so perhaps I'll check in when I make it to Dugger Mountain Shelter, but that won't be for a while. So anyway, just wanted to add that on. One other thing I forgot to mention, hey little birdie, is that so far my foot, my ankle feels really good. I think all this rest and TLC that I've given it is going to pay off, and hopefully I can hike pain-free today, or at least tolerable. Man, for a few days there, it was rough. Every step hurt, and this morning it feels good. I've got it taped up. Took some ibuprofen this morning, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. And the sun is just about to pop up over the ridge. That's the neat thing about starting early, is you get to see some pretty amazing sunrises. So there's where the sun is about to come up in a few minutes, and I'm going to pan around because it's kind of neat. On the other side, up the mountain, oops, sorry about that. Woo! You can see the sunlight reflecting off the trees. Very cool. Anyways, it's an upward climb. Good way to get the juices flowing. Amazing. There she is. Kind of looks like an eyeball poking through the trees, doesn't it? Very neat. Fancy Pants here. What's missing? What do you notice, or what do you not notice on my chest strap? So apparently George has escaped, and I'm going to have to backtrack about a half a mile, see if I can find him. There he is. He never said a word. I took off without him. George, you are on restriction for the rest of the hike today. No more posing for pictures, because Fancy Pants cannot afford to backtrack a half a mile, which really adds up to a mile, to come back and get you. Do you understand? Anyway, later. So this area right here, I guess, is what they call mountain laurel slick. These green bushes with kind of small leaves are mountain laurels. And if you've never seen a mountain laurel in bloom before, they're absolutely beautiful. They have star-like flowers on them. Really, really pretty. So ran into a couple other hikers today. Jonathan Wet Beans is his trail name, from Wild, Alabama, was hiking with a friend by the name of Which Way. Her real name is Lori. Fancy Pants and Curious George doing an early afternoon check-in. So ankle's been kind of meh today. I'm walking okay, but I can definitely feel it. So as a result, I'm going slow. That's nothing new. And I have a couple of choices. I can go 2.3 more miles to North Dugger Mountain Shelter, or continue on to Terrapin Dam, which was my original plan. That's 4.5 miles. So I'm still going to shoot for the dam, even if it's late when I get in. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm going to stop the camera and turn it around for a minute. So I just came down off of Dugger Mountain, and the trail's actually been good. Felt a little more energetic this morning when I started out, but I've kind of fizzled a little bit. But it's okay. Just taking it slow, watching my step. And it's beautiful out today. I'd say it's got to be, I don't know, it's got to be close to 60. I don't have a jacket on or anything. And I could be hiking in short sleeve if I wanted to, but I just don't want to stop and take off my shirt. So, anywho, I, a while back, passed, of all people, Jonathan Wet Beans from Wild, Alabama, and he was hiking with somebody by the name of Lori. Her trail name is Which Way. So it was fun to stop and talk to them for a little bit. And they started from Burns Trailhead this morning as I did, but they're moving a little bit faster, so that's okay. Just keep taking the steps. Whoops. And I think I'm just tentative, making sure I place my feet correctly. Anyway, I'm gonna pan around a little bit. Been having nice views pretty much the whole walk on the ridgeline and then down. Can't see it as much now, but going to be going downhill. So I'm going to stop the camera and hopefully do one more check-in. Fancy Pants checking in. Not there yet, but I'm about to walk into what looks like, oh, here goes my trekking poles, always, as soon as I video. Looks like we're about to walk into a pine forest, so this will be pretty neat. I half remember this section from when I hiked it before, and it's just neat. The trail has been good so far today, for the most part. At a loss for words. Ooh, I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was an owl or not, but it was a big bird. I don't think I caught it. I'm going to stop the video. Hey, Fancy Pants here. This will be the last video of the day. I decided to stay at Dugger Mountain Shelter instead of going the extra 2 miles. My ankle was kind of bothering me a little bit today. And I ended up doing an extra mile today anyways. Had I not had to go back and retrieve George, I would have been able to make it to Terrapin Dam. I really wanted to tent down there, but oh well, is what it is. So George is already tucked in his sleeping bag. I told him he had to go to bed early tonight because he was not a good boy today. I'm going to stop this and turn the camera around. So I'm in the process of cooking my dinner. For those of you that are experienced backpackers, you might want to skip this part, but I do have friends at home that are not, and they may be interested in seeing this. So I'm heating up some water with my fuel canister. I'm going to have a cup of tea, and tonight I'm going to have Spam with instant mashed potatoes. And so what I'll do is I'll add the water. This is a pouch made out of a material called Reflectix. It insulates well, and all I have to do is add hot water to the mashed potatoes and the Spam, and dinner will be served. Some other things I like to have are tuna and chicken. They're all good. And I've got some noodles and some more instant mashed potatoes. I haven't had mashed potatoes at all on this trip, so I was kind of wanting to try them. Sometimes you get sick of things. Anyway, let me I'll go back to the shelter so you can see where I'm sleeping. I've got my bed all set up, nice and cozy, my backpack hanging up. And this shelter's kind of a little bit gross because there's like bird poop all over the place. But I managed to find a spot that was relatively clean, and I've got a mat down on top of the floorboards anyway, so just to keep my sleeping bag clean. And there's the sign that says Dugger Mountain Shelter. And I think that'll be it. As far as plans for tomorrow are concerned, I will end up doing probably about 11.5 miles. I did 10.2 today, so that was decent, and tomorrow it will be 11.2, and then pretty soon, not tomorrow, or the next day. The day after that, on Friday, I will be crossing the state line back into Georgia, so that's kind of exciting. Anyways, I've rambled on a bit. Just wanted to show you my cooking setup. Looks like kind of a mess. I've already got my bear hang, so once I'm done cooking dinner, I'll gather all this stuff up and go hang it in the tree so the animals won't get it. Fancy Pants and Curious George, over and out. So this is the first time I've actually filtered my water by gravity as opposed to squeezing the sea knot bag. It's pretty neat setup. A lot of the shelters have these hooks, so you can just hang your sea knot bag on the hook and let it drain by gravity and filter by gravity, so you don't have to stand there squeezing it. Pretty neat.